You know what's crazy? I was just thinking about what the TV role was going to be for Caitlin Clark as she goes to Indiana, like how many like nationally televised games they're going to get. I'm on ESPN, I'm scrolling, right? And I'm looking at this mock draft. There's a new mock draft that just dropped, so I'm going to put that in this video along with what we're about to talk about now. Please ignore my hair. As y'all can see, it's wash day, so, the makeshift twists are in. But I was just thinking about the nationally televised games, and then I see the mock draft, and then I see the W teams putting out their schedules and how many nationally televised games each team has. So I'm just like, I'm looking for Indiana's and stuff like that. I see the mock draft. I swipe on the shit. I didn't even know they combined the shit. Swipe on it. I see that 90% of the Indiana Fever's games are nationally televised. Hey, bro. Glaze. Glaze. They about to milk the fuck out of that Caitlin Clark purse. Anyway, I got my tablet down here, by the way. I finally got my tablet. I finally charged it. The motherfucking thing wouldn't charge. I got my tablet down here. Yes, Lord, I finally found this thing and I got it to charge somehow. So now I'm able to pull up the information. I'm saying I need to go bump, you know what I'm saying, look up and tell y'all guys what the hell going on. I can look at these teams and look at this shit live time because I don't have two phones anymore. So this is pretty cool because I actually like to have the shit right near me so I can like point it out. Don't forget anything. Go to my notes. All right. Let me just talk about this Caitlin Clark shit right quick because I said this on Instagram before, and if you don't follow my Instagram page, if you want to follow it, I don't give a damn if you follow it. I'm not looking for more followers and shit like that, but if you want to follow it, same as my YouTube channel, Hendrix Hoops. I said this on Instagram. I said the W has to be careful with how they market some of their superstars, and especially I was kind of referencing Caitlin, right? The reason I said that is because you don't want to put all your chips on one player because that's just not smart. What's the saying goes is like, don't put all your chips in one place, right? So I've been saying this from the beginning because I was talking about the WNBA and Caitlin Clark and just media and Caitlin Clark. I'm just like, college has all these stars and a lot of them are actually starting to get a little bit more love now. Like obviously you're in the finals, you're in the March Madness finals, the championship. Tessa Johnson, Malaysia got a little clout bump early in the season and stuff like that. So a lot of the stars are actually starting to get a little bit more recognition, which is good. I like that, right? But as you can see, the chips are, you can tell that they're still stacking everything on Caitlin Clark, and to me, that's not. I don't know if that's a good idea, bro. I don't know if that's a good idea. So let's just take one example. Let's say she gets injured, God forbid, right? Or she has a rest day. If she doesn't play, or if she's not even matching expectations for, her debut and what we've grown accustomed to seeing her do in college, then everyone's going to be like, you get what I'm saying? Everyone's going to be quick to be like, like what's going on? Now, what is the upside to them giving 36 out of 40 games nationally televised? The upside is now you get to all the other WNBA talent, right? So wait, hold on. Did the W finesse? Now that I say that, did the WNBA finesse? Because now I'm thinking about it, okay, 36 nationally televised games, all the other teams get recognition. But my whole thing is, yes, the other teams will get recognition now being nationally televised. But I just don't think it's a good strategy to put all your chips on one player, dog. I really don't. Like this. To me, this should be the regular shit for the stars that you've had. And to me, this really says that the W hasn't really identified like who the face of their league is. Not saying that you need a face of the league, but you can have multiple. My thing is, why doesn't the W just have multiple? You got Caitlin Clark coming in, but Caitlin Clark hasn't even played a game yet. You don't know how she's going to pan out. You get what I'm saying? So why not have like a three-headed dragon? You know what I'm saying? Maybe a Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, maybe Caitlin Clark. I don't know. It's the marketable players, so we got to think. So probably Asia Wilson, Okay, I'll give y'all Caitlin Clark, and you gotta, you're trying to cash out on Caitlin Clark. I get it. Asia Wilson, Caitlin Clark. Who's another marketable figure in the W? See, we have to answer that question first, because when you're throwing 36 nationally televised out of 40, by the way, 36 out of 40 games, 90% of the games nationally televised. You know what that's telling me? That's telling me like you don't have no one else. You don't have anyone else that you can bank on. So now it's kind of like a reverse psychology thing. It's just like, okay, that's cool that they're getting the games, but what is the W telling the consumer? All we have is Caitlin Clark. You get what I'm saying? So like, doesn't it make more sense to somehow use this Clark leverage along with, okay, let's go to a media company and be like, all right, look, we got Caitlin Clark coming in, right? She's going to generate the views, whatever. We're going to make sure she has a bunch of games nationally televised. Cool. But we also have Asia Wilson. Now, people have been rocking with Asia Wilson from time. She's been face of the league, WNBA MVP, DPOY. They love Asia Wilson just as much as Caitlin Clark, right? So you can say, Asia, we're gonna have Asia here. We're gonna give y'all CC, right? Okay, now who's the third? The third, that's tough because I'm trying to think of another marketable figure in the W. But it's just like, okay, let's take Sabrina Ionescu, right? We're going to be like, Sabrina, she came in, she was basically a Clark before Clark. Like, she still has a good following. A lot of people still love Sabrina. And also, a lot of people be hating on Sabrina. So, ain't no such thing as bad publicity or like good or bad publicity, right? Publicity is publicity. So, why not say, okay, Asia, Sabrina, Caitlin, or Asia, Aaliyah, Boston Shoes, Caitlin Clark. Well, they're on the same team, so that probably wouldn't work. But Asia, Satu, Sabali, Caitlin Clark. I think it's better to have a three-headed dragon. You get what I'm saying? Because if you put all your chips in one place, it can work. It's going to work because again, the exposure that the eyes on Caitlin Clark are going to bring. But a lot of these people don't even like. They only ride for Clark. Like, just talking about Clark's fan base and the reason why Clark is where she is, not saying she's a bad basketball player or that she's not a generational talent. You have to understand her fan base as well. They really only care about Clark. They don't really give a damn about nobody else. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're riding for Clark. If Clark isn't there, they don't show up. So either way, you kind of have to have a backup. You kind of have to have another star that you're promoting. If I see promos for Caitlin Clark games and it's just her face, problem. You have to find a way. I'm not saying not to cash out on Caitlin Clark and to use her gravity to your advantage. But you gotta do it the right way. You get what I'm saying? So every game she's playing, I better hear more about damn near her opponent than her. Like, take her as the given. Like, okay, Caitlin Clark in the Indiana Fever playing tonight against Satu Sabali, Dallas Wings. Satu Sabali, most improved player last year and WNBA MVP candidate this year. Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever versus Sabrina Ionescu in the New York Liberty for MVP. Stewie, Brianna Stewart, JJ, Caitlin Clark versus the Monster. I better hear like everyone riding for damn near her matchup instead of her. Use her gravity to get more audience or to showcase the other talent in the W, so that the audience, this national TV audience, gets to know some of these players. And that's really how you further conversation as well. Now, that being said, in this article, I'll just give you all a breakdown of what they're doing with the other teams as well. So Asia Wilson, Las Vegas will have 35 or 40 games broadcast or streamed across all platforms. The New York Liberty going to have 31 of their 40 games broadcast. Well, 31 present on the league broadcast and streaming platforms. So hopefully that's more. I'd have to look up like how many games are nationally televised, because streaming can also be like the WNBA app, could be WNBA League Pass, Ion. I'm not sure if everyone has Ion. Thank God I have Ion. Ion has been clutch. I don't know if you all watched last season, but Ion was super clutch, or for me at least. But at least it is another broadcasting platform. Dallas will have 25 of their 40 games broadcasted and streamed. Let's see, Connecticut. Do we have anything else? Nope. So it's basically Dallas. That's damn near what I spoke about. Dallas, New York, Las Vegas. So these are the teams that the W's riding with. I want to see a little bit more superstar push when it comes to Caitlin Clark. When it comes to using Caitlin Clark's gravity. Like, I don't want to hear New York Liberty. You get what I'm saying? I want to hear Sabrina Ionescu, Brianna Stewart, and the New York Liberty. I don't want to hear Dallas. I want to hear Arika Gumbawale and Satu Sabali, Dallas Wings, right? I don't want to hear Las Vegas. I want to hear Asia Wilson, Kelsey Plum. You know what I'm saying? Asia Wilson, Candace Parker, whatever. This is the time where you have to push your superstars. WNBA gets a lot of flack for marketing and sucking at marketing and not promoting their superstars and whatnot. This is if y'all fumble this, I can't defend y'all. You know what I'm saying? I cannot defend if you muck this up, if you fuck this up, I can't defend y'all. That being said, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm excited. Like, I'm really, really happy that at least you have another star now pushing the WNBA forward. But again, you gotta play this card correctly. You got the ace, right? You're playing the ace. To me, it's like the W playing the ace already. It's just like, yo, like, damn, yo, 25, 36 games. Y'all couldn't just do 30. Like, y'all playing the ace already. Don't play the ace that quickly. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the WNBA mock draft. This is the latest one. I'll put the logo and the mock draft shit at the corner so y'all can see this. I'm gonna basically read off of this. Obviously, you know, Angel Reese going number 1 to Indiana. Los Angeles Sparks. Now, in this mock draft, they got Brink number 2, and they're saying they're going to keep Brink in the 2 spot because of her ability on both ends of the ball. A lot of mock drafts that I've seen, just like recreating and people making their own mock drafts and whatnot, a lot of people have Camila Cardoso at the 2, right? Originally, they had Camila Cardoso at the 4, but as you can see in this updated one, they're saying, okay, well, now we don't have Nneka Ogwumike, so we got to pick up a cornerstone. We got to pick up Brink. Here's the debate. Here's the question I need y'all to answer in the comment section. Who's better, Cameron Brink or Camila Cardoso? Now, who has the most downside and who has the most upside? That's a question I need y'all to answer. Me personally, I think Camila Cardoso, if anything, like, y'all know how I feel about LA picking Cameron Brink at 2. Yeah, I'm sitting like, LA, please. I'm begging LA, bro. I'm begging LA. Please don't. You, LA, don't fuck this up either. Please. I'm begging y'all motherfuckers, bro. Rakea Jackson is there. I promise you, you can get one of the bigs, but don't let Rakea Jackson fall, bro. But it's crazy because I said LA needed to pick up Rakea Jackson, and now this mock draft is showing that, they're going to pick up a big. Camila Cardoso going to go to Chicago, and then LA is still going to get Rakea Jackson. So the motherfucker that was arguing with me on Reddit, boom, here you go. Check that out. All right, Cameron Brink to LA. Who's better? I think Camila Cardoso has higher upside. Her downside is basically where she is right now in her college form. Like, if she stayed in her college form and took that to the W and never improved, that would still be kind of solid. Like, she would still have a solid career and she would still be a solid piece for LA, right? Now, Cameron Brink, I'd say she's more. That's tough because Cameron Brink kind of gives me Dorka Juhas vibes. Like, I feel like they're gonna be good, right? But the shift might be crazier for a Cameron Brink in the WNBA. Like, she's gonna be banging with the 5s, straight 5s, because they're not putting her at the 4. They could put her at the 4, which would kind of be OP if they could keep her at the 4. But she's gonna be banging with the 5s. I don't know if she's ready for that yet. Dorka was kind of like, I would say, the most similar build for Cameron Brink for comparison. But Dorka handled herself pretty well. I'm not sure if Cameron Brink is going to be able to handle herself that well as a rookie. I think Cameron Brink kind of gets fucked up her first year. Not saying that she's not going to do well, but I don't think she's going to. I think she's going to have a little bit more growing pains than a Camila Cardoso. You get what I'm saying? I think Camila Cardoso, in terms of like physicality, in terms of like positioning and her role, you don't really need her to do much. I think Cameron Brink is going to be asked to do a lot more if she goes to LA and is the only big in LA. You have Azurá Stevens, but you kind of need a big body. You need a like a big center. I don't see why Sparks would go for Cameron Brink anyway. Like, you need a big body down there in the paint. So I think Camila Cardoso has the most potential, bro. I really think she does. You give Camila Cardoso that mid-range shot, work on her free throws, work on her footwork, work on her athleticism. That's a scary player, bro. That is a scary player. So if I'm Los Angeles, I'm going Camila Cardoso at 2. But moving on to the third spot, Chicago is picking Camila Cardoso, obviously, if Cameron Brink goes 2. So Chicago picking up Camila Cardoso, it's a little recency bias just off of the tournament, obviously, because the entire season y'all had Rakea going 3. So why you have Camila Cardoso? That's so weird. So hold on. So you advance Camila out of the 4th spot, but you don't put her at the 2, you put her at the 3, even though you had Rakea Jackson there the entire season. What did she do so special? Like, yes, she had a great tournament, but what did she do so special to bump Jackson out of place now? If she did something so special to bump Jackson out of place, that means she would be at the 2 spot. You get what I'm saying? That's kind of weird. But Chicago Sky picking up Camila Cardoso at the 3. Los Angeles Sparks picking up Rakea Jackson at the 4, which would complete the power play, which I've been suggesting to LA this entire time, but something tells me they might fuck around, pick up Angel Reese. I don't know. I saw that comment. Someone said they might pick up Angel Reese at 4. I said if they do that, they're tripping. And then they said, hold up, let's get further on into this mock draft. Dallas Wings picking up Aaliyah Edwards at 5. She hasn't moved in the mock draft. JC Sheldon picking up Mystics picking up JC Sheldon at 6, and I already discussed that in the previous video that Mystics are not passing up on Angel Reese, okay? This stuff kind of redundant. Minnesota Lynx picking up Isabel Borles, WNBA player, and then at number 8, Chicago picking up Angel Reese. And people are going crazy over the fact that Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese would be on the same team. Chicago, not a chance, bro. Not a blood clot chance. Y'all must have lost on our mind. No, I don't. First of all, Angel Reese, I don't think goes past 8. I don't think she goes past 8. Angel Reese definitely does not go all the way down to 8. I just feel like someone's going to be stupid. Someone's going to take Angel Reese, bro. That marketing shit just might come through, bro. I think someone takes Angel Reese. I don't know if she goes 8. I already said I think the Mystics take Angel Reese, but I don't think Angel Reese goes 8. I really don't think she goes 8. Plus, if she got picked up earlier, I'd tell Chicago go Camila Cardoso and Alyssa Pilley. Like, don't wait for go take Alyssa Pilley or some shit. Minnesota, I feel like, should take Alyssa Pilley, but it seems like Isabel Borles has a lot of draft stock. So, but I'd tell Chicago, don't pick up Angel Reese. Like, Angel Reese would probably be gone by then. Go Camila Cardoso or maybe Rakea Jackson and Alyssa Pilley, whatever. Number 9, Alyssa Pilley going to the Dallas Wings. Dallas just has so much going on, and just, what is the direction of Dallas? I don't know. And now 10, 11, 12. The only thing that's changed is 12. So 10, Deasia Fair. 11, Charisma Osborne to the Liberty. Deasia Fair to the Connecticut Sun. 12, this has changed. Atlanta Dream, Jessica Carter. Now, Jessica Carter, SEC, all SEC player. And I think I think it was Puak. Yeah, Puak was in at the number 12 spot when we did the last mock draft. So that's changed. And then they have a little second round. Oh, look at ESPN with the second round picks. Look at ESPN with the second and third round picks, showing off who they think might get picked. Let's go through the second round real quick. Y'all probably not going to see this on screen, but Puak going number 13 to Chicago. Seattle Storm picking up Nika Mule. I don't know if Nika Mule has entered the draft, though. I'm not even sure. At number 14, Seattle Storm, Nika Mule. 15, Indiana Fever, Javin Nicholson from Georgia. Aces, number 16, Celeste Taylor from OSU. 17, Jazz Shelley going to New York Liberty. 18, Las Vegas Aces, Jakea Brown Turner from Maryland. Shouts out Maryland. Where is it? 19, Connecticut Sun picking up Mackenzie Holmes from Indiana. That probably wouldn't happen. 20, Atlanta Dream picking up Layla Lacan from France. 21, Mystics picking up Elizabeth Kitley at 21. Why is Elizabeth Kitley so low? Oh, yeah, and that's the other thing we got to talk about. And then Desiree, Tiana Jackson, Kansas, going to Connecticut Sun at 22. 23, New York Liberty picking up Quay Miller. 24, Aces picking up Desiree Young. I think Aces, if anything, Aces should pick up Desiree Young at 16 and not Celeste Taylor. But Kitley out of the first round is kind of wild. Tiana Jackson out of the first round is kind of wild. Somehow Jessica Carter's slipped up to the 12th spot to Atlanta Dream. But we've been talking about this as well. Elizabeth Kitley getting knocked out of the first round. Tiana Jackson getting knocked out of the first round. If anything, I could see Kitley going to Connecticut at the 10th spot instead of Deasia Fair. Why not pick up Kitley at, you've had a lot of success with a big front court in Connecticut. Like JJ went to New York, obviously. You have Brianna Jones, Alyssa Thomas, Olivia Nelson-Adota. Why not pick up Elizabeth Kitley? That shit sounds OP. Elizabeth Kitley or like a Tiana Jackson. Now, Kitley is a little bit more offense, so you pair that with Nelson-Adota off the bench or some shit, that would be crazy. Hey, Connecticut, are we thinking this through? How I don't get how Kitley and Nika Mule, she probably going to get picked up, but Kitley and Jackson out of the first round is kind of wild. That shit kind of wild. I'd pick up Kitley if I was New York. That shit would be stacking. That shit would be some stack shit. We need a guard, though. We don't need a guard. We need a wing. Fuck am I talking about? Yeah, so the mock draft didn't really change other than, Angel Reese. I think Angel Reese getting pushed out of 7, and then Rakea Jackson and Camila Cardoso swapping. So that shit didn't change much, but I don't even think at this point that these mock drafts really matter because I don't think we know what these WNBA teams are about to do come, this Saturday, Sunday, or the 14th, I think the draft is. I think these WNBA teams going to shock us all. They're going to make the mock draft look stupid. That's what I think. That's what I personally believe. This shit don't even matter. But that's it for this video. Just giving y'all a quick breakdown on these shits. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? No, not really. I hope you all are having a great day. I hope you all continue to have a good week. It's your boy Hendrix. I'm signing off. Stay blessed, stay safe, take care. Peace.